Oh, what that dang. This is the voice of the patriot. And here we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of the people. And remember, here we are not neutral. We have taken sides. The side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. Now today we have a number of issues we need to look at. And of course, I would like to begin with this one. I am reading from my Joy Online. And it says, Mahama embarks on official visits to Japan and Singapore. And I read, Accra, August 17, 2025. President John Dramani Mahama has left Accra for official visits to Japan and Singapore as part of efforts to deepen Ghana's bilateral relations, expand trade and investment opportunities, and strengthen cooperation on shared development priorities. Now, in Japan, the president will participate in the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development, where he is expected to deliver a presentation at a plenary session on the theme, the economy, promoting trade and investment. He will also address a Ghana Presidential Investment Forum to highlight Ghana's investment opportunities and the Resetting Ghana agenda. Additionally, President Mahama would hold bilateral meetings with key Japanese leaders, including the president of the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, senior officials of the Japan External Trade Organization, JETRO, and Japan's Prime Minister, Shigeru Ishiba. Discussions would focus on trade, investment, infrastructure, and technical cooperation. Now, the second leg of the visit will take President Mahama to Singapore, where he will spend 3 days engaging government and private sector leaders. My brother, my sister, I must commend the president. Look at the countries he's visiting: Japan, Singapore. My brother, my sister, Singapore and Ghana have so many things in common. Ghana has a lot to learn from Singapore, that moved from a supposed third world country into what it is today. My brother, my sister, Ghana, Singapore, Malaysia, they have almost the same story of serious corruption, wastage. My brother, my sister, and today, Malaysia has been able to move an inch higher. Singapore has also been able to move an inch higher. And these two nations of Malaysia and Singapore are in Asia, including Japan. My brother, my sister, the world has moved to Africa. Technology is now home to Asia. From India all the way through China, Japan, Singapore. My brother, my sister, technology is the middle name. If Mahama is visiting these two very important countries, after the Indian Prime Minister was here only a few weeks ago, it tells you that the nation is geared towards some serious technology. The next will be China. My brother, my sister, and that way, we would be able to say, oh, you know what? We are ready to learn from who knows road, as we say in Nigeria. But back home, there are some tongues that are wagging about the president's travel. Let's look at this from Ghana Web. And he says, we are expecting your resignation. Reverend Ntim Fordjour chides Ablakwa over Mahama's latest foreign travel. And I read, the Member of Parliament for Assin South, Reverend John Ntim Fordjour, has called on the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, to resign. In a post shared on X on August 18, 2025, Reverend Ntim Fordjour indicated that Ablakwa must resign over President John Dramani Mahama's use of a private jet for his recent trip to Japan and Singapore as a matter of principle. He asserted that the minister must resign because he supposedly vowed to put his job on the line if the government used private jets when they come into power. Of course, my brother, my sister, we heard Okudzeto Ablakwa talking so much about private jets and how much of a spendthrift Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was. How much money he wasted on flying around the world, doing nothing but begging. We all supported Okudzeto Ablakwa. If this is what is truly happening, then of course, my brother, my sister, Reverend Ntim Fordjour has a point to demand that Okudzeto Ablakwa resigns as a matter of principle. But is this true? We have the answers here. Listen. I'm reading this from Ghana Web. And it says, a disgrace of an MP, Deputy Chief of Staff, slams NPP MP over Mahama private jet claims. The same private jet that Ntim Fordjour is talking about. And I read, a Deputy Minister of Staff, Stanislav Jose Dogbe, has hit back at Member of Parliament for Old Tafo, Vincent Ekow, Assafuah, after the MP claimed that the President John Dramani Mahama had chartered a private jet for an international trip. Assafuah alleged on social media that the private jet with registration number MBAEP was being used by the president. He went further to estimate the supposed cost of the flight, claiming it would run into several hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on the journey's route, or route as some people say. But this is what Stan Dogbe says, my brother, my sister, and I read, a disgrace of an MP lying unintelligently and worse still never learns from his constant mix-ups. Amevlo, he said. He further noted that Mahama did not use any private jet, but rather flew out of Accra aboard a commercial airline together with what he described as right-thinking Ghanaians. This one here would also demand to be called honorable. Even if you are not street smart, it doesn't take that much brain work to avoid embarrassing yourself. Or the president was live on many TV networks between 10:30 a.m. and 12:45 p.m. attending a Thanksgiving Mass of Dr. Edward Omani Buama at the Christ the King parish. He also stated that in his post, did he take off in the supposed jet at 7 a.m. and flew back for the 10 a.m. Mass? He asked these questions. But Assafuah has returned. What did he say? Nonsense. Your smart self couldn't tell you that the post did not mention your name, neither did it mention anyone's name. If not John Mahama, how can somebody like you become a deputy chief of staff? So mischief has become the order of the day. The so-called honorable MPs, a lot of them are behaving dishonorably, and this is one of them. Dishonorable. They are certainly a disgrace to the title honorable. I wish GTech had the mandate to also decide who should carry that title or not. guys like this would never have been called honorables. What a disgrace. Right now, you lied on social media, intimating my brother, my sister, that the president flew out using a private jet. My brother, my sister, now that you are faced with the facts, the raw facts, all he can say is that, oh, you claim you are smart, but I didn't mention the president's name. Neither did I mention your name. Nonsense. That's what he says. If it's not the president, then who it is? If it's not the president, who is it? It's just mischief. It looks like they have nothing to do. The president is shocking them left, right, and center. The research agenda is on. Yes, the research agenda has mesmerized all of them. You had your irresponsible president come here and disturb the whole nation. In 8 solid years, we saw nothing but misery. A patriotic president has come and is trying to contribute to his bit to the development of the nation, and the noises won't stop. I love it when people make objective noises. We want to learn from that, but not mischievous ones like this so-called honorable who is a dishonorable. As for that Reverend Ntim Fordjour, I think it's time he pulled down the clerical. He's a disgrace to the title Reverend. What is happening to us? Everyday allegations, unfounded, my brother, my sister, unresearched, my brother, my sister, unsubstantiated. Yes, totally unsubstantiated, my brother. And this guy, wearing a clerical, continues to walk around and call himself a reverend. So unreverently. What a shame. The other day, this was the same guy who said there was a certain cargo plane, whatever plane it was, that was filled with cocaine, ready for money laundering on our tarmac. And when they went to arrest him, my brother, my sister, we had members of criminal conniving NPP come around, my brother, my sister, and prevent the authorities from taking this crook away. What has become of that issue? It has been swept under the carpets. That is why this crook is still talking over and over. If he had been arrested, my brother, my sister, and made to substantiate whatever he had said, I am sure that we would have had a better parliament by now. I love it when people face facts. I love it when people face us with facts, when people bring out the facts, but not charlatans who are mischievous. It is sad. Thanks to Stan Dogbe, we have come to know that the president flew in a commercial plane. Commercial plane. Commercial. My brother, my sister. With well-thinking Ghanaians sitting in there. I must applaud the president. You know why? He just escaped this helicopter crash by the skin of his teeth. You know what that statement means, right? In fact, he missed it by a whisker of his hair. My God. He would have been part of those everybody is crying for right now. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Today, my brother, my sister, investigations are going on for us to be able to ascertain the fact whether it was an accident or a terrorist attack. The president is still battling with his mental state of mind. And charlatans, mischievous charlatans, are still taunting and tormenting a man who missed death by just a whisker. He missed death by just a whisker. He had a close shave, my brother, my sister, with death. We were told he was supposed to be in that helicopter. By a whisker, he was able to escape. 8 people went down my brother, my sister, into obscurity. And you have Assafuah, dishonorable Assafuah, unreverend, dishonorable Ntim Fordjour. My brother, if Ntim Fordjour was in the days of the Bible, he would have been one of the false prophets, one of the fallen angels, writing nonsense in the Bible. He would have been one of those writing the Apocrypha. If you don't know what Apocrypha is, find out. Now the next thing I want to look at is very dicey, but I will still look at it. I'm still going to look at it. Yes. My brother, my sister, there is something interesting here, and I'm reading that from Ghana Web. It says, if we can't stop Galamsey, the 8 helicopter victims died in vain. And this is the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs. My God. Now, the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs has admonished the government to intensify efforts to combat illegal mining, known locally as Galamsey. Now, the House of Chiefs indicated that the death of the 8 individuals who died in the military helicopter crash must not be in vain. Now, speaking after signing the book of condolence at the Defense Ministry, the president of the Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs, Ntim Fordjour Wellenche III, Ntim Wellenche III, opined that failing to deal with the crisis would undermine significance of the sacrifice. My brother, my sister, this is the same thing the president has said, that he's more than just determined, especially after the helicopter crash that saw 8 lives swim into oblivion, drift into total obscurity. My brother, my sister, today, my brother, my sister, we hear guns blazing, we see people dying, Galamseyers, we see excavators seized left, right, and center. Doesn't that tell you that there's some amount of work going on? My brother, my sister, yes, a lot more is desired to be able to kick out this Galamsey. We are hearing that some politicians are part of it, members of this government. What a shame. You rode on this and came into power, and the same people are also fueling this nasty thing called Galamsey. What a shame. Sometimes I wish I was the IGP. I'll send my boys in there, go down there, shoot at sight, shoot them, shoot. If you see a politician, shoot. If you see a civilian, shoot. My brother, you are either shot or you shoot. Better still, you either shoot or you are shot. Galamsey is mass murder. But watch this interesting thing. I'm reading from Ghana Web. It says, helicopter crash was a coup plot to remove Mahama from power. And this is Abraham Koomson alleging. And I read. Now, the Secretary General of the Ghana Federation of Labour, Abraham Koomson, has alleged that the August 6 helicopter crash at Adansi Akrofuom, which claimed the lives of 8 prominent Ghanaians, was not a mere accident, but part of a failed coup attempt targeting President John Dramani Mahama. Ghana Federation of Labour, GFL, is a government outfit. Whoever is there is mandated by the government to take full reins of leadership there. And this is the guy speaking. His name is Abraham Koomson. My brother, my sister, what information does he have that we don't? Why are we not following up on this? They say if a visually impaired man says he will stone you, he probably has a stone under his feet or in his pocket or even in his hand. My brother, my sister, we have invited the Americans in to help us unravel the mystery behind this helicopter crash. The black box has been found. We are yet to go into the details of the data. This is a gentleman here by name Abraham Koomson. He is alleging that it was a coup plot. What does he know that we don't know? Should the authorities not quickly go to this man, invite him over, and let him give us some very important information that he has? We need to know, isn't it? For all you know, he has so much. Did he give this to the security forces? Did he give this to the investigators? Or is it one of those foolhardy utterances that we have every now and then? I want to believe that the old man here has a lot up his sleeves. Please don't let us underestimate some of these things. We have to follow up and get to know more, or else there's no need for the Americans to come here. We have already preempted, prejudiced whatever investigation that is supposed to take place. We are spending millions on this investigation. Am I making sense, my brother? Now, the other thing I would like to look at pertaining to the Galamsey and this issue is very simple. My brother, my sister, if Galamsey is still going on, what is going on? Don't tell me Galamsey. I said if Galamsey is still going on, then what is going on? My brother, my sister, what is the work done against Galamsey? I'm reading this from my own Tree News. And it says, Galamsey, you promised to declare a state of emergency. Just do it. Miracles tells NDC government. So the state of emergency, what's happening to it? What is the plan? Is there a plan? Or are we waiting for another helicopter to crash so that we will come out like the parrots that we are, making ugly noises all over the place, giving lip service to Galamsey? Why can't we just stop Galamsey? We are tired of the ugly noises. Oh, some members of the ruling NDC are involved in it and blah. Shoot them! What are the guns there for? Shoot them! We still have graves, mass graves that we can bury them. Do you want them to kill us before we become fallen angels? They are poisoning the water bodies. They are killing flora and fauna. Do you need any rocket science to tell you that we are heading towards Armageddon? Shoot them, my brother. If you have a weak system, this is what happens. My brother, my sister, there's something here I'm going to look at, and that will be the end of it. This morning I woke up and I saw a video supposedly taken at the Rich Hospital. Somebody was ranting all over the place. There was somebody lying down there bleeding, obviously in a critical condition, and nurses were sitting down there and allegedly demanding a certain document before they would deal with the patient. There's a story here from Graphic Online. I'm going to read it. It says, Rich Hospital condemns staff assault amid emergency ward confrontation. And I read, now the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Rich Hospital, has issued a stern response to a viral social media video showing a confrontation between its emergency ward staff and a group including a popular social media activist. Now, the incident, which involved alleged delays in treating a critically injured patient, escalated into verbal aggression and the assault of a nurse, prompting hospital management to call in the Ghana police to restore order. Now, in an official statement signed by Head of Public Relations Juliana Hariwa, the hospital acknowledged the incident occurred when clinicians were managing multiple emergencies. Relatives and friends of the accident victims reportedly invaded the emergency triage, causing disruptions that temporarily halted services. Their overwhelming presence disrupted the smooth delivery of care, caused unnecessary tension, and even threatened the safety of our clinicians. The statement read, it further condemns the assault on staff as unacceptable, emphasizing that such actions put lives at risk. My brother, my sister, when it comes to health delivery and patients, I get very emotional about this. My mother fell ill in Tamale. She complained that she had body weakness, and we just suspected that it might just be some fever or malaria. So we decided to take her to the hospital. I wasn't around. Family took her to hospital, and the doctor or whoever was responsible immediately started giving her drips, dextrose, sugar solution. She started to have some spasms, some fits. It was then that the doctor stopped the drip, and then he turned to the family and asked, is she diabetic? My brother, common sense will tell you, you do not pour fire in a liquid and wait until it catches fire before you say, oh, was it petrol? What do? You investigate. Find out if this is petrol, kerosene, or diesel, or even water. Then you can comfortably pour the fire into the water, knowing what results you would achieve. But you don't see just any liquid and start pouring fire into that. That was what the doctor did at the Tamale hospital there. My brother, my sister, the woman never returned to life. She died a very painful death. I have never forgiven the hospital, never forgiven the doctor, never forgiven anybody. And when the woman was even in the bout of fits, she was shaking, and I was told that family rushed to call the doctor. He was shouting that he was busy. Can't you see that I'm taking care of other patients? And at his own time, when he returned, the woman was gone. A private hospital in Tamale. I've told this story time and again. I'll keep telling this story till the doctor dies and is buried in a very, very shallow grave until he repents. I lost my mother because of a careless doctor, useless, careless doctor. Out of anger, when I was rushing to the hospital, coming from a Muslim society, everybody started preaching. It's Allah who gives and it's Allah who takes. Let her rest in peace. We have some really hard-working doctors who lay down their lives to be able to appreciate the vow that they took to save lives. And there are some who are just charlatans. They are so fed up with politicians. They are so fed up with the nation. and they can only vent their spleen on the sick. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened at Rich Hospital. But the little I saw in the video, this gentleman was lying down while some staff were standing by. Maybe they were not nurses, they were just administrators. My brother, my sister, shouldn't every hospital staff be taught some level of first aid? Go to our hospitals and see. A lot of these administrators know nothing about health. All they are there to do is to write long essays and write minutes of meetings. My brother, my sister, they do not know the difference between a needle and a syringe. They do not know the difference between gauze and cotton. My brother, my sister, if you thought I was being emotional, check it out for yourself. We should make it a law that anybody who ever gets employed in the hospital, from the one who cleans, from janitors all the way up to whoever is up there, they should know at least some first aid. Is it difficult to learn that? That when somebody comes in, this is how you stretcher the person in. Or when somebody has this and they come, you can apply this direct pressure to stop a certain kind of bleeding, or do this. At least first aid should be taught every worker in any hospital in Ghana. How do you work in a mechanic's shop and you do not know how to spark a car? What kind of mechanic shop are you working in? You should know some basic things, my brother, my sister. You cannot work in a broadcasting house like MG, my brother, my sister, Media General, and do not know that when you are approaching the talk studio, you should be able to tell that this is the talk studio, therefore you shouldn't make noise. You should know some basics of what you are working in. Am I right? If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being emotional for nothing. The video I saw, the guy, I will be surprised if he leaves. But I also appreciate the fact that the patient-doctor ratio in Ghana is so terrible, especially that Nana Akufo-Addo and his government frustrated more nurses and doctors to run out of this country. And I've never forgiven him for that. Hey, doctors are leaving Ghana and they are going to the UK to clean all people's things. I won't mention what exactly it is. A qualified medical doctor in Ghana is in the UK and he's cleaning all people. 99-year-olds who cannot use the bathroom, that is his duty. He cleans them anytime he gets poop. He's there cleaning left, right, and center. Because over there, they earn more than what we give our doctors here. Patriotism has died. Nobody is pushing patriotism. Nkrumah made it so deliberate when he founded the Young Pioneers and pushed them towards patriotism. That is the office I'm looking at. My brother, my sister, the office of the patriot. Are you crazy? What are we doing about our doctors and nurses? We already didn't have enough. A lot of them have run out. Now Ghanaian teachers are also running to Thailand and China to go and teach English. At the end of the day, it's only cockroaches and lizards who would remain in this country. Because all of us would have run out of this country to clean old white people in America and England. And when we come home, money has no color. Nobody traces to find out how you made your money. Rich Hospital. This is not the first time we are hearing of this nonsense there. Please, with all respect, we know that you're doing a lot of work, but some of you are bad nuts. Like in every society, if you be a mensa wom. We remember Assafuah. He took his wife there, pregnant wife, out of negligence. The woman lost her life. Yeah. And it was all over in the news. We remember Johnny Vincent Tamils talking about this. But the president simply told him, you know what? It's God who gives and it's God who takes. Don't worry about it. It will be okay. I remember how emotional Assafuah was. He has never been the same after the death of his wife in that manner. How many more people, not in the rank of Assafuah, have been so carelessly and irresponsibly sent into early graves without any iota of noise made because they are not VIPs? Please, it's a two-edged sword. No form of violence should ever happen in any hospital. At the same time, our numbers, as in doctors and nurses and health workers, must increase. Everyone working in the hospital, be this person a janitor or some other thing, they must know some level of first aid. It's easy to learn. It should be a requirement. It should be a requirement, my brother. Happen.
This is 3FM.